Hello and welcome back to another episode of Outlanders. We're up to episode whatever it is, 31 I believe, and today we're back at the Christmas district ready to draw a name and give a gift, and hopefully we'll get one at the end of this, otherwise we'll have to wait until after Christmas, a big time after Christmas to get our gift. Let's go into first person and C it is, C. So all we need to do, draw a name, hopefully we don't get our own, and we got mirror. I have a feeling we got mirror last year as well. Let's see, have they been good or bad this year? Going to close my eyes and bring it down, and they have been nice. So that's very good. I can now get them a very good gift. So I think I'll head back to my base, pick up a few items and deliver it back over here for a gift. Now what I'm thinking is we should probably get some wool to put the present in, so let's get some of those, and I think some blue dye as well would be appropriate, or light blue dye, so let's get some of that, and some other things that we can put into it. So I need bone meal, there we go, some of that, and make this into light blue dye, there we go, some of that, and there we go. Okay, so what should we give as a present? I think some gold would be good, although that's probably not the best thing. Some lapis, some diamonds, maybe some shulker boxes. In fact, what about I give some netherite stuff? That's actually a gift I got, or not a gift, I got some boxes of this. It was one of the giveaway boxes. No, what am I thinking? It's one of the mystery boxes that I think Mirror had. So that might be a good one to do, but I think we should head back to the shopping district because we're going to have a lot more things in there to give away. So back we go. And there we go, the very, very best looking present that I could possibly ever build. There's absolutely no way I could build one better. Of course, this is probably the worst present I could ever think of, but we shall see. So I now need to break my way back in and put in the chest with all the things that I'm going to be giving. Or two chests maybe, because I've made this a single thing. Yeah, let's just do one and see how we go. It's been a little bit of time and I've still been gathering a bit of stuff, but this is what I've got so far. I've got myself I've got mirror, bit of gold, bit of quite a few rockets, some sponge, which I don't know if they'll be able to use that, but whatever. Diamonds, quartz, and of course a totem and dye in the middle. I'm thinking 4 pieces of armor, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and possibly another 2 things. I'm not exactly sure what, but if I can get 1 helmet, 1 pants, hopefully without any curses binding, which would be not good. I think the mending one, there we go. Thorns protection will go with that one, and pants, I don't have a good one. Although, I might have to change something up a little bit. So let me think on that, and I'll come back with another solution. Well, I have got a new solution. I've got a whole stack of wood. I did have to take out the totem and dye. I'm going to put that there, but I think this is a reasonable gift. It's probably not as good as I could give, but I suppose this is good for what Mirror will like. Lots of wood and lots of other things. So let's close this up and then go do some other things. And I just noticed there's a notification, so sorry for that if that came through. So I've got a few other things I'd like to do today, so let's go back to the base and get started on that without leaving these 2 very expensive boxes around. And now a little while ago we said we wanted to make some improvements to this base, and I think I have come up with a reasonable solution as I went through recently. So of course we're going to put in these little things here. I am also thinking that we are going to put in some little columns, I think is the right word. What we need to do is get rid of some of this and put it like so. So just a little bit of something to give it a little bit more depth. Obviously this isn't the most up-to-date version of the world, but it's supposed to be a little bit more. So that's one thing I'm going to do there. I'm going to put this thing in here, and I'm not yet sold on these little towers, because what I really want is a kind of a dome or something more to make this thing look a bit bigger, just a little bit more up and down, and a little bit more height, because at the moment it's just flat as a pancake with these trees and some other bits in the middle. This middle tower sort of is going to dictate the rest of the build, so quite a little bit more thinking to do. But I can get started on putting these things into the world, which is going to require quite a bit of concrete and quite a bit of building. So let's hop back into the server and see what we can do there. I've just hopped back into the server and I've just found something a little bit interesting. This bit seems to have been pranked or something. There's just a lot of netherrack everywhere. I'm guessing it's from my stores, but I have no idea. And the farlands are here. I'm going to guess that this was Lobo. I'm pretty reasonably certain of that, because this seems like the kind of thing he would do. I'm actually pretty happy, I guess, with this prank. It's reasonable. It's not too annoying to clean up, which I think is an important part of pranks. Not too annoying to clean up, and I do need to be careful because that should not have happened. But yes, it is interesting to see. I hope it wasn't my Secret Santa naughty thing, because yeah, that's probably not the best. But anyway, we shall clean this up and then get onto that, into building. So now we're back into the real server, and I'm going to start by putting in these 4 side towers. So I need to start by putting, or making sure I get these directly in the center. So they need to go 4 at minimum. It's so 1, 2, 3, 4, and there. This is going to be a little bit hard because of where things are placed and the landscape around the thing on the new towers, but I think it's going to be quite good when it's finished. Now, I did consider that these towers are just going to be huge white blobs, so I might want to put in some new things around it when I'm done, but that's going to be a problem for future magpies, and that did not go the way I wanted it to go. But yes, quite a bit more of work, so let's get straight into it. A fair bit of time has passed, and I've got myself the 4 compass directional slidey things. I'm not really sure what to call them, the angled bits here. I think that really does add a fair bit of depth or something, just a little bit more to the base. Let's turn around and see. You can see it just a little bit better. Now, I'm really thinking I should have ones in the middle of these things, over here in those 4, in between the 4 compass directions. So that is probably something I should be working on. But as you saw in last episode, I think it was just a little bit hard to figure out the exact pattern for that. So that's something I'll probably work on off camera, and it'll appear in some future part of either today's episode or a future one. So there's still more I want to do with this, There's still more I want to do with this episode and this base, and that is to just give it a little bit more. Come on, get up. Come on, there we go. I just want to give it a little bit more space and a little bit more height and a little bit more difference than what it has been. It's just a little bit too flat, as I mentioned earlier, so something more. And I think I've got a couple of ideas, so I still need to test and figure out it a little bit more. Now, some of these diagonal ones are going to prove to be just a little bit more difficult, but I think aside from all these bits in here, which I'll just quickly get rid of while I'm talking, I think this one is reasonably good looking. We do have the problem that it's in the middle and we have to go at an angle, but overall I think I've done a pretty good job. So looking at that, that's actually reasonable looking. It probably is better, if I'm honest, without the slopes on these ones, so I might actually go another layer up, just to be certain, but I'm not exactly sure. Something like that looks pretty good, and this is what I'm going to be starting to do in the server as well. And of course this bit is really the annoying bit, because of course in the creative world I was building with the block itself, the concrete, but now I have to build it with concrete powder, and it's just really, really annoying, but I'm going to have to get through it all, and it's going to really look brilliant. Now, this thing is taking quite a bit of bone meal, so I've organised with the char to get a shulker box of bone meal. So I'm just going to try and collect all this stuff. I don't think I'm going to have enough room, but I'm just going to dump it into one of these chests temporarily and store it away. So thank you very much, char, and I'm going to see you later, hopefully when this thing is done. Now before I move on, I've been told that there are some new mystery boxes. So before we head on, we're going to continue with these towers. We're going to head over to the shopping district, which I think is in this direction, and get some boxes as well. And yes, Char and I think Mirror are the architects of these things, so these diamonds are going to be well spent on those two individuals. So hopefully we get a really good box, and I'll show you if I don't get lost, because I just went off in the wrong direction. However, while we're here, we might as well check our shops, because I don't think we've done that on camera for a little while. So we've got we sold 4 shulker boxes at our... No, is it 4 shulker boxes? No, we had 20 diamonds, so that is... I am really not good at this. So 5 diamonds for 2, so that means 10 for 4, so that means 8 shulker boxes were bought. And we have still got a heap of shulker boxes here, so that is good. Now, I believe there's 2 diamonds each at the bookshop and at the bookshop and at the rocket shop. But we also, as you just saw, have quite a few diamonds here. So we need to split these ones 50-50 with Gamer, and same with the ones in the rocket shop and in the bookshop. So let's just quickly divide that up. So we've got 2 in here, I think. So 2 need to go into there, and the 2 need to go from here into here as well. So if we take half that there, 34 diamonds, which should be just a little bit less than is what these are worth. So let's dump them into here, and we've just made back our money from when we bought stuff off Char. So let's quickly, oh wait a minute, someone has changed this, just made it all, flipped them all the other way. I guess we don't really need this at the time being, but I'm going to use it to change back into a different skin once Christmas is over. So let's just quickly hop over to Gamer's base, drop off his diamonds, and then we can buy one of those boxes. So I've now come back over to the shopping district, and I'm going to be buying one of these boxes, although Char has requested that we do meet up, so I'm just going to wait for him to join, and then we can come along and he'll record me, I suppose, buying one of these boxes. I'm not quite sure which one I'm going to go for, but I'm thinking this middle one. Well, after about 5-10 minutes of trying, we were unable to get Char's voice to work properly. It was just something to do with Discord and how we are setting it up and something. I'm not exactly sure, but we've been unable to get ourselves into a voice chat, so hopefully he is able to fix that soon. But I'm still going to show him which box I'm going for. So I think I'll just continue this clip since he's around here, but he's coming along, and I'm definitely going to be buying this box here. So let's, where's the pay box? I'm going to be putting 60 diamonds in here. Hopefully I'm doing the right thing by his recording, but 60 diamonds in here, and let me select my selection. I'm going to pick this box, if I actually manage to get this thing. So 60 box, what? A decent jackpot. And holy moly, that is a lot of good stuff. We've got rockets, we've got netherite, we've got a diamond pickaxe, which I don't really need, a sword, which I don't really need, iron, lots of knots and lots of netherite, golden carrots, golden blocks, and 2 totems of undying. I think I've once again hit the jackbox. I'm going to call it that, the jackbox. Indeed, so I've managed to get the jackpot box, and that is very, very money well spent indeed. Should I go for a second one? Nah, I think I'll pass. But thank you very much, Char. I think that is a very good box indeed. One of these days, we really should sort out a box, because we've got quite a lot of stuff in here. We've got netherite ingots, we've got debris, we've got a lodestone compass in here, which the lodestone is back at my base. I've got a heart of the sea. I've got a conduit, which I probably should make this one into a conduit as well. I've got iron randomly, I've got an elytra, I've got just whole sorts of random stuff. I probably should put most of this into a wealth box, and then I've got the diamonds available, and of course have some diamonds out of my wealth box, so I don't have to waste time getting out my ender chest and getting out my wealth box and so on and so forth. Probably just something I should do back at my base with multiple shulkers. I decided to go ahead and actually make that wealth box. It is a little bit better to keep all this stuff into the one box, and then it's locked away in my ender chest. I just need to make sure never to leave this box lying around where it can be borrowed by someone. But overall, my ender chest is now looking a lot emptier, and it should have plenty of room for other things. Now, one more thing that I was thinking of doing, and have been thinking of doing for quite a while, is to make up myself a backup box. So just in case I die and lose everything in lava, I've got myself a huge amount of resources in which to get myself back up. So that'll mean a sword, a couple of pickaxes, a full set of armor, which I think I've got here, and other things as well. So I think overall, some of this stuff that I've just got off Char and I think Mirror's shops is a nice set of boxes that I can make myself one of those things. But that's probably going to happen off screen. Then, of course, if I've got the resources to do so, which I think I do, I might be able to make myself some more and sell them, or just do things like that. So that is certainly something that I'm going to be... Now, we're returning to these towers here, and I'm just looking at these 6 over here. The 4 compass ones are the ones that I've already built, but these ones and this one, the diagonal, just looks a little bit too big, especially on the map. I'm not sure if it is, but it just seems a little bit too big on this from the here and directly in front, and even from this angle. It just looks a little bit off, but I'm not exactly sure how to fix it so it looks correct, because it's just a little bit weird to have it on the diagonal. But that said, I think it's okay enough anyway. Well, it took a little bit of time, but I've got the 4 bits here over here. The one here, the one over there, the one hidden over there, and the one over here. So all 4 of them are now done. Now, you might notice that this one is hopefully sounds slightly different. I've got myself a new microphone set up, and this is the first ever clip recording with it. So if it does sound a bit different, then please let me know. And hopefully it's a lot better. So, yep, all 4 of them are done, and we're going to leave the rest of the base expansion base bits to another episode, probably the next one. I just want to go back over to the shopping district to see if my present has arrived, because this is the last clip I'm recording before I'm going to head off for a short vacation. But never to worry, the next episode should still come out in time for you to watch in a week's time. Sadly, it appears my gift has not yet appeared, which is going to be a little bit disappointing because I was hoping to get it in this episode. So I start with giving a present, which is this one, I think, and then end by getting a present myself, but not to be. So that is going to bring an end to today's episode. It is a little bit shorter than normal, but I hope you've still enjoyed it. Now, I wish you very much a very, very, very Merry Christmas. I sort of forgot where I was going to say that. A very Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and stay safe, everyone. I hope to see you in the next episode. Goodbye.